I want to talk to you guys about the very first time that I went to Korea. I learned Korean and heard anything about Korea. And this story begins maybe November, but it's gonna be more about my first love story. So I hope you guys can listen to it and take a seat and I don't know, whatever you guys want to listen or hear about it. The very first time that I heard anything about Korean, because I had the aspect of Korean, Chinese, Japanese to be all the same. Back then, it was a November 2000. I heard Chinese, but to me, Chinese sounded kind of loud and kind of aggressive, and Japanese sounded way too fast for me to speak or even learn. But the very first time that I heard anything about Korean was I saw a movie called The Man from Nowhere. And in this movie, it's about some guy who was a former cop and whatnot, this and that. But it made me realize like this language is really like interesting. It sounds cool. I want to learn more about this. Like I don't know what it is. So I did some research and I found out that it was Korean. So I wanted to learn Korean. And when I went to university, I got the chance to meet this one girl who was Korean because I told my friend who was working with her that I wanted to learn Korean now that I've finally learned about it. But he told me that she is Korean. So the very first time that I actually seen anybody Korean, I was happy because she was really pretty. She was like in the TV, the movies. She had pale skin, beautiful eyes, long brown hair. And I was thinking to myself, maybe all Korean girls are like this. I only talked to her maybe one time because me and her were both shy, but at the same time, every time that we seen each other, we would just smile or wave hi to each other. That's simply it. Then I met another Korean girl, but this Korean girl did not catch my attention at all. At all. She, I didn't, at first, I didn't think she was cute. I thought she was very short. She was too skinny. She did not fit into what I thought was pretty or I would date or anything like that. Then I said hi to her. She said hi back. Little by little, we started talking. You know, Mm, I started to realize that once we started talking, she was very nice, sweet, kind, caring, funny, and I started to develop feelings for her. So every time me and her would talk, I would be really happy because she made me smile. She made me feel loved. She made me feel like getting up in the morning. I was happy because I have received like a text saying good morning, did you sleep well, things like that. And I never experienced that thing. And I had to tell her like I liked her. Like I started to like her. And she said that she started to like me too. And the funny thing is that when me and her started talking, I did not ask her to be my girlfriend. I never asked her to be my girlfriend. She just sort of became my girlfriend. And I was completely fine with that. Like, I had no problem. Oh, and since she was Korean, I told her to teach me Korean. I was trying to study it on my own, and I tried to talk to her in Korean, trying to make myself look cool and impress her. But um, I still don't know Korean to this day, but I understand some of it, which is why I go all the time. But then she went back to to Korea, and like I said, I had really, really deep feelings. At the time, I didn't know how to perceive these feelings, but me and her still kept contact. We talked each and every day, despite us having very, very different time of day, to the point where I decided, you know what? I am in love with this girl. Like, I want to go to Korea. I have an interest for Korea, and I want to go for her as well. So, the first time I bought my plane ticket was supposed to be on February, but I am an idiot, so I did not buy my plane ticket with my passport. I thought that you can just go and come back with like an ID or something. So I wasted money and I told her, "Can you please wait for me another month? I will go next month." And she was heartbroken and devastated because she missed me and all of that. But she said she will wait for me. So I was happy. I raised even more money that I. Oh, so anyways, March came. Well, it was technically April, but a whole month had to wait. Anyways, April came and I was really tired and excited that I got to see her and things like that. I remembered I was really tired because I did not sleep the entire plane flight. I was happy that I went up to business class and I was talking to this person, but when I arrived, I was thinking like, "Oh my God, what the fuck? Am I landing in China? Did I get on the wrong plane?" But it's like you land in China, then you go to Korea. So I was calm a little bit, and I remember the first time that I landed in Korea. I did not know what to do. I did not know where to go. I waited in line maybe 30 minutes because I forgot to fill out a form that you're supposed to fill out. But finally, when all of that was past me, and the first time I seen her again, I remember she was wearing the blue dress that I had bought for her. Her lips were red, her hair was brown, silky, long. She was wearing red high heels, I think some kind of jacket, but oh, a blue jacket, yeah, a light blue jacket. And the moment I laid eyes on her, I was thinking, she's an angel. Like, she's really, really, really beautiful. I was so nervous. My hands got really sweaty. My heart was pounding and of excitement for seeing her and being in Korea for the first time. And then I was holding her hand. We went to the subway. I was looking outside of the window. We went to Incheon because she was from Incheon. The first thing that did was I went to her house. I took a shower. I changed and everything. It felt like a dream. Like, it actually felt like a dream. Just being with her and being in Korea. I feel like now I can just go next, like an hour away, go back home. That's how crazy it felt. But she gave me a blue sweater, and we went to like I think Seoul, or I don't know where we went. I don't recall the place, but we went somewhere and there was reindeer and there was a restaurant. It was the very first time that I tried soju and kimchi and things like that. We After that, what else did we do? Oh, we went to Seoul. We walked around a bit. We were just happy to be together, you know? I don't remember all of the things that we did, but I remember that we went to Everland, we went on roller coasters, we went shopping, and of course, I am not good at roller coasters. I am not gonna lie, try to sound cool or anything, but just so that she can think that I'm cool and a tough guy, I actually went on top of one of the scariest rides that I have ever gone to. And she was laughing and laughing because she liked roller coasters. I remember that, excuse me. I remember that we went to Everland again, and it was nighttime. They were having like, I think like their 40th anniversary or something like that. And she started, oh, I surprised her. I surprised her with a red rose that lights up. And she began to cry. And I felt really sad because I didn't want her to cry. And I was feeling like, no, 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 don't cry because people are going to think that I'm breaking up with you or something like that. And there was a couple of high school girls looking at us. And I remember holding her, looking into her eyes. Her crying made me sad inside because I was going to go back home in a week and I wanted to make the best of it. We went to the Korean War ceremony thing. We took pictures. Oh, we went to Hongdae as well. We went to Hongdae Trakai Museum. I don't know, but even though it was I think 3 years ago, 15, 16, 17, we're almost in 2018, and I can still recall everything. Her smile, her eyes, the way she laughed, the way she acted, the way we talked. And even though I don't have feelings for her anymore, I'm just happy that I got to experience love, and I'm really happy that it was with her because it was one of the best experience ever in my entire life. And I hope that people who go through love and heartbreak or anything, that it's okay. Like, it's actually okay. Sometimes it doesn't work out the way that we want it to, but there is nothing wrong with like being loved. Ah, I don't know where she's at now because we stopped talking. And when we broke up, we stopped talking because it was too much, like long distance relationship and all that. But wherever she is, I hope that she's doing fine. Um, I want to thank her for everything. Uh, I don't know. I just want to say that everyone says love hurts, but that is not true. Loneliness hurts, rejection hurts, losing someone hurts, envy hurts. Everyone gets these things confused with love, but in reality, love is the only thing in this world that covers up all the pain and makes us feel wonderful. Again, love is the only thing in this world that does not hurt. So, yeah, I guess even though it didn't work out, I'm really glad that I met her. Uh, she taught me a lot of things, but I hope that you guys are all fortunate enough to feel love and be loved by somebody at one point. and I hope that it works out and um, doesn't make you hate love if it doesn't work out. Because actually, love is one of the most beautiful things in this world, and yeah. Tell me if you guys want to see videos of my first trip to Korea, and I will post them on the next video. And maybe you guys can see her because I cannot edit out or blur faces because my editing is terrible. So yeah, that's just a quick first time I fell in love, which was on October 2015. And we're just 3 days away from 2018. So yep, thank you everybody. That's just my story, and I hope you guys can. And you're probably wondering why it didn't work out, and like I said, she went back to Korea. I stayed here in California, and I couldn't take her on dates. I couldn't hold her. I couldn't cheer her up, hug her, hold her hand, things like that. So I completely understood. And the fact being that before we broke up, she started talking about this other person. And it made me sad because when she would talk about this person, she would smile and her eyes would light up the way she used to talk about me. But I understand her, and I don't blame her because I wasn't there for her. And I just hope that wherever she is at, that the person she's with makes her as happy and brings her joy much more than I ever could. And yeah, I just finished eating an entire box of pizza, and if you guys would like to hear more, then I can tell you more stories of my life, I guess. But I'm speaking softly because my roommate just woke up. So yeah, thank you. Bye.